Hi, folks. Welcome to EDU 695. I'm Dr. Carol Marcotte. It's great to have you in the course. You're going to build a phenomenal e-portfolio for yourself. Believe me, by the end of the course, you're going to be so proud. And we're going to put some very interesting things in it too. Most of it has to do with your work, your experiences, something that relates to a standard. And there are different types of standards. Some of them are the national teaching standards, and somebody else might be using a different type of standard. But we'll get, explain that more as the course goes by. Just a little bit about myself, please. I'm been with UNE since 2004 as adjunct faculty. And during that time, I was working in public education as well. And I was a classroom teacher, principal, assistant superintendent, curriculum director, and I've done superintendent internships a little bit too as a fill-in. And then I ended up going to UNE. They recruited me about 8 years ago and asked me if I'd come full-time. I retired from public education and I started working at UNE in the education department. So I work in the online program, and I've done that forever, it seems like. But since I'm in the education department, I work with undergrads as well. So I work for College of Arts and Sciences, and I work for College of Graduate Professional Studies, which is called U Online now. So during that time, when I started at UNE full-time, rather, I decided, I wanted to be on the school board. So they voted me in on the school board. So I'm telling you that just because I have a vast amount of experience that I'll share with you in some ways. And I know I'm going to learn from you all the new strategies and everything. So I'm excited about that. I have 15 grandchildren, and I have one great grandchild, Beckett. So my life is busy and happy. And I love teaching these courses. And I truly still love education, every single moment of it. Yeah. So what about the course? I can't wait to hear a little bit more about you in the initial discussions. But so what I thought I'd do is a very quick Zoom/video that you can see before the course starts, so you get an idea of what you're going to be doing. And if you don't want to view it until you start the course, that's fine too, because it'll be there. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to screen share. Good old screen share. Good old Zoom. All right, so I noticed today that they've got the wrong title on the course. So I am going to make sure that is changed. But I'm going to go through the different modules with you, just starting with week 1. I know you've done this before. I know you're in a graduate program, but I just want to show you the content more than anything. So you have your checklist, but you have your introductions and existing e-portfolios. So you taught in the post, you introduce yourself, and then you respond to 2 colleagues, of course, and then you'll let them know where you are, maybe in your portfolio. Some people haven't put much in it, and that's fine. And some people have some things, like in archives, and that's absolutely fine too. So you're going to start designing your e-portfolio with a matrix. And the matrix is, if you're an educator, like I said, you'll use these national standards. And if you're in another field, you're going to use the field for that standard. Okay, because sometimes we have students in Canada here. So then Google Site ePortfolio. This is talking about how to set it up. Remember that first week is like 4 days, starts on a Wednesday. So just be aware. And then it tells you how to start it. And then this is an ungraded form to ask questions and share resources. That's a newbie there. But as you know, submit the Google Drive to your instructor using this assignment link. I'm sorry, I have access to changing things too. That's why that opened. Send me a link via the assignment folder. Okay. You're going to be asking things, I think, along the way, because you might be doing things 2 times even, which sometimes I know can be confusing. That's why I like to go through this. Week 2. And again, only sharing because I think it's important for you to know what's out there. You submit 3 artifacts. So you find 3 different artifacts and you write a rationale. So select something that you might have taught, something you might have done that you really think, oh, this is fabulous, and you really want to put it in an e-portfolio. You also have to think about the standards you're using, because you have to align it to a standard. So rationale, artifact, reflection, submit 3 artifacts. Each artifact has a rationale, reflection. A lot of people, and I think this is a great way to do it, right from the beginning, they put those 3 artifacts in the e-portfolio that they started designing, whether it be the first week or they've designed it before. That way there, you're really building that e-portfolio all the time. And then when you get to week 7, you don't have to start popping things in an e-portfolio, okay? And of course, with the e-portfolio, make sure your settings are on sharing for all. I always do, when I do Google, I say anyone with the link can see, because I have to have the link to see it. And I'm not going to share your link with somebody else. So if you put on anyone, nobody will have a problem viewing it, because sometimes you submit something, people can't see it, and then you have to go back. And I don't want to give you that drudgery. You've got enough going on. I appreciate everything you do as educators, because you are more than educators. You're parents, and you have, responsibilities and jobs and on. Believe me, I truly appreciate that. I'm talking fast so we can get through this. The checklist again, you have a draft resume. Send in a resume. If it's a great one, it's done. You know what? It's done. You don't need to redo it at all later on. You have a professional philosophy that you have to write, right? And then in week 4, you're doing a video. These videos are great. You can say, oh, I have to do a video. Well, I got used to doing videos, and my students always love the video because they know it's a personal side of me too. So I think it's a great way for you to show who you are, whether you're applying for a job or not. So incorporate videos in your e-portfolio. It tells you how to do it. Brainstorm your introductory video. Okay, so this is a brainstorming time. Share 2 elements in your discussion. Okay, and you know that everything starts on a Wednesday, ends on a Sunday. And then week 4 assignment is a digital resume. Your final digital resume has to be submitted. Now, if I said, wait, in a second week, that your resume was great, spot on, all you have to do is upload it. You can upload it if you want to in week 2 when you do your draft resume, if it's approved by me. Okay, so you're done. You could be done. You could be done that assignment already. Week 5, reflect. Okay, your introductory video is due. And then you have a reflection essay. Okay, you can read that yourself. And week 6, we're flying along here. E-portfolio feedback, share your link. This one here, I try not to respond to people because I want to have classmates respond to each other. Just an FYI, because I don't think I've had anyone in the class here before. Not only do I care about my students and I want them to succeed, and I will do just about anything to help you succeed. What I do appreciate is if you're going to be late for an assignment, let me know. Just let me know. Just send me an email. I'm going to be fine. But if you don't let me know, to me, that's a responsibility. I totally understand. And so I do respond to every single person's discussion board. It's just what I do. It's important. Or you need to know I'm reading them. And so evidence of professional practice. Add a section to your e-portfolio about professional practice. It could be PD. It could be anything that you've done that isn't related to your national standard or your standard that you're working with. 7. And again, learning goals and professional growth. Okay, here's your professional growth plan. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in the next 5 years, basically? So, and see, it does note a different association. So that's why, and that is due. Submit the link in your e-portfolio. I've had people not put it in an e-portfolio, and at the end, they have to do it all. So reflection, we always reflect in everything we do. All right, so here's your e-portfolio content. You've built it all along. Everything's in there. Okay. So the only thing I want, and like I say, that title is not right. I think they just didn't change the title. I am going over the syllabus. I haven't done that yet too, because I have to go over that for errors. So I will do that. It'll be fine. I'll make sure the due dates are fine and everything. So the other part is email me, cmarcotte@une.edu anytime. I have my email on my phone. I have Brightspace on my phone. Text me, call me. My number is 207-284-3680. I'll have that in virtual office hours, and I'll see it probably in videos all the time. You text me, I'll get back to you. I prefer not to use Ask the Instructor. I try to get on every single day, but I'm more focused on your discussion boards and your assignments. In that Ask the Instructor is like, oh, I didn't go over there, so text me, I'll get right back to you. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the time that you have before the course starts, and just be well, because that's really important. Make sure you take care of yourselves. You got a lot going on. All right. See you soon. All right. Take care. 207-284-3680.